Hello, welcome to Animes, another weekly roundup of Ami figure pre-orders today. So quite a few figures, quite a few cute figures actually as well, especially from Azure Lane, a fair few figures from Azure Lane. And links for all these will be in the description down below like normal. And there is one NSFW figure which will not be linked below, but that'll be towards the end of the video. So we'll get straight on into these figures so there's the 16th to 21st of February 2025, 2026. Bloody hell, I was barely into the year and it's still difficult to remember the year change. Sayumi 1/6 by Siki Anim, 9,900 yen. It's another sort of budget manufacturer. So this is their deluxe edition, October 2026 release. Yeah, it's quite a nice looking figure. The sculpting and paint job looks pretty good actually as well for a sub 10,000 figure. Especially the heart cushion that she's standing on. Looks like they've done quite a good job with actually sculpting the folds and the way the cushion texture is, I guess, from being stepped on. Yeah, much more like a succubus kind of theme, I guess you could say, with this figure. Obviously with the outfit as well, much more of like a white succubus rather than your traditional black succubus. Or black, black wings and black BDSM outfit kind of thing. But yeah, very nice sculpt work. Everything looks great actually on this figure. So yeah, they've done a good job, I think, overall for a very budget oriented figure. Again, a lot of these things with these budget manufacturers is you don't can't always trust sort of where the art is sourced. That sort of thing. That's the only thing because it's not from obviously a known IP, so you don't know about the copyright or anything like that with it, and with it being a Chinese manufacturer. So that's the only thing you got to be wary about. If you're not too fussed about that, but you really like the figure and the price is agreeable for you, then obviously you get the figure. There's no problem with that, as consider you're buying it from a reputable shop anyways, like Ami. At least there'll be some check or something I would expect, hopefully going to the artist, more so than buying it off eBay or something like that, or AliExpress on there where there could be bootlegs, which is obviously something we try to avoid, bootlegs in general. Then we got a Sophie F. Shearing wet suit version 1/6 by VK End, 27,520 yen, November 2026. Yeah, great looking figure. 1/6 scale. I really like these sorts of 1/6 scales. I think I prefer them more than 1/7 scales personally. The sort of the larger scale is quite nice, but yeah, wetsuit looks really good. Very nice chest area, obviously. Detailing on the suit is really nice as well. There's some weathering as well on her gear. Only thing I'm a bit iffy about, I think, is the boot. These kind of boots, like high heel tactical boots, they kind of trying to. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know. Like the black sole kind of gives off like she's in high heels, but they're not. She's in some sort of actual boot, tactical boot sort of thing. So I don't know if it's just the way they're designed is a bit weird to me. It just throws me off a little bit. But apart from that, the rest of the figure looks really good. And you're not really going to be paying attention to the shoes, obviously, really. But yeah, I don't know. We don't know what the base is going to be like either, since they show her just standing on sand. So that's the only other thing, is we don't really know what the base is whether it's going to be a black disc or see-through disc or a sand base. We don't know, unfortunately. So I'm a bit annoyed that when they Photoshop the base out of the photos, they should at least show one or two photos of the figure on either a transparent base, which is what is quite common, or on the base they're actually going to be sold with, ideally. Then we got to V Singer Lu Tianyi 12th anniversary by Apex, 37,120 yen, 1/7 scale for April 2027. This one's very nice. Like the colorway, the dress looks really good. The attention to detail looks amazing as well. The dial looks really nicely done. Translucent support, which is obviously better than just having rods. So at least that it's a bit more hidden. Yeah, she looks good. Hair sculpting looks pretty fine. They've done a good job with the hair shading. The dress obviously looks amazing. Yeah, dial flowers look pretty good. You haven't got the sort of centers of the flowers and leaves painted in though, so that there's not any vein work or anything. But I think they're just doing some colourful chromatic colours for those. Yeah, overall not bad. Like the boots, like the obviously the star patterns, astrology patterns on the inside of the dress is really nice. Very nice looking figure. Love the water effect as well. Yeah, great looking figure. Definitely worth getting hold of. Although I have no idea what this from the V Singer series is personally. So, but she is a great looking figure. And then we got Akama no Riddle, Haru Ichinose, and Azuma Tokaku. 1/6 by Magiarts, 24,250 yen, February 2027. So 216 for what is 216 is a good price. But I'm not familiar with the series, so I'm guessing this is an iconic scene, I suppose. One's like a lover, and the other one's obviously holding a sort of retractable box cutter to her throat. Some sort of weird fight, but love fight thing. Painting looks good though. Pose looks fine. Hair shading is a bit basic. Pretty much no shading on the outfit, apart from the skirts. Shirts, yeah, pretty much no shading. At least none on the front. On the back, there might be. It's fine. It's 216. You know, they've done a pretty basic paint job for these. You know, for when you equate to about 12,000 yen per figure. Then we've got Cutie Honey Hanova 1/6 by Magiarts, 22,770 yen, January 2027. Very much reminds me of Bunny Suit Planning vibes, like Sophia Shearing, with the outfit and the tactical gear that she's got going on. So yeah, very nice looking figure. I do like the outfit. Definitely up my alley in terms of aesthetic as well. Obviously very skimpy as well. So you got a lot of exposed skin. Yeah, very nice looking figure. I would hope she's cast off, but I don't think she is. She's got a different faceplate. And I think that's it. Alternative right arm, alternative chest part. So probably is cast off, kind of. That might be why they show a back shot here. Although the back shot wouldn't really, can't really tell obviously if she's got the other chest bit on. But yeah, looking really good. I think not bad for the price for 1/6 as well. Yeah, nice looking figure. And then we got Azure Lane, the first Azure Lane figure among many. Unicorn, Stone White Guardian 1/6 by Union Creative, 36,060 yen. So it is very expensive. End of the year. Very adorable though. I do like the star, facial expression, hair looks good. A lot of white going on. Obviously, she's dispelling or something the little bird. Yeah, she looks cute. Nice looking figure. Hat removable as well. I don't know if she comes with. Oh, does come with an alternative faceplate as well, where she's not struggling so much. She's smiling. Yeah, not bad figure. I think maybe a bit on the pricier side, but and it doesn't look like there's tons of extra plastic. The bits being used, not really. Yeah, there's a lot of like wings and bits going on, and with I think the character design, she's a bit on the smaller side anyways, even though she's a 1/6. She's actually going to be a bit more shorter, so that's less plastic. So it's like kind of really is this 36,000 yen. I would expect a bit more of an elaborate base, to be honest, for 36,000 yen 1/6 scale for this, because this is just a box standard black base, even with the grid work on there that you can see. So yeah, the base is really poor. The figure looks really good, but I'm not sure if it's 36,000 yen good. Then we got Blue Archive Midori 1/6 by Union Creative, 26,670 yen, October 2026. So this one looks not as cute, I would say, as the unicorn, but is adorable. Blue Archive, the greens look really good, so very vibrant colours. Yeah, pretty good looking figure overall. And they at least show some photos of her on a transparent base, which won't be the base you'll get with these figures. I wish we did get transparent figures, but those would get scratched up really quickly, so I can understand why. But yeah, great looking figure, Blue Archive. I don't play Blue Archive, so I don't know how oh god, what's the word? How popular she is in terms of the other girls from Blue Archive. There is another one. We've got Momoi as well for 26,000, same price. It looks basically just like the opposite version of her. I guess they're sisters, I'm presuming. One's green, one pink outfit. Again, cute figure, paint job looks good, and the price isn't too bad really for 1/6. Yeah. Then we've got Girls Frontline 2, Excellent Makioto. Version 1/6 by Reverse Studio, 21,780 yen, April 2027. I don't own any Reverse Studio figures, but yeah, she looks pretty good. The fake scarf, the fake fur scarf is, depending on the quality, you might get pluff marks all over the place. But yeah, it looks like she comes with a fake one base, weapons, and a stool that she's leaning against. Yeah, not too bad looking figure. 22,000 yen for 1/6 is a good price, especially with the base, the weapon, and the other extras you get. And that's a good value, I think, overall. And she, like, her hair shading is really good. The outfit is fine painted, I would say. Overall, there's not a lot of detailing or shading in the tights that she's wearing on her leggings. There's some, but not tons. But yeah, she looks fine. I think overall for a 1/6, that's 22,000 yen. It looks fine. Then we've got Evangelion, Asuka Langley, 1/7 by Good Smile Art Shanghai, 18,600 yen, March 2027, in her plug suit outfit. So, yep, she's looking really good. Hair sculpting and shading looks really nice as well. So, very good looking figure. And I do like the base, is like a nice touch. It's not, at least not a bog standard round base. So, yeah, great looking figure for a very good price, I think, especially since I don't own any Evangelion figures yet. I really should get Asuka and Rei. Talking of Rei, we also got Rei Ayanami 1/7 for the same price in a plug suit. Again, looks really good. I really do like the sort of red tones on the base, rock work. But yeah, she looks really good. Hair shading looks really good as well. I think Asuka's is better, but Asuka's a bit more dynamic. She has longer hair. Rei's a bit more of a simpler, tomboy kind of look. So yeah, pretty good looking figure overall. Both of them, I think, well worth getting hold of if you don't own any Evangelion figures yet. I think either or both, since they can be paired together. Their bases, I think, do slot together. Here we go. It looks like they at least do potentially meet partly. So yeah, they look good, and they're not a bad price, I think, for from Good Smart Shanghai. So worth getting a hold of potentially. Then we got Azure Lane Guam Stage Setting Charmer 1/7 by Max Factory, 27,800 yen, March 2027. Max Factory, great manufacturer, definitely worth getting hold of. If you're an Azure Lane fan, I've got Chun-Li from Max Factory. Definitely one of the better manufacturers out there, I think, at least from my limited exposure, obviously, to the figures I've purchased from them. But there is some more that are coming out in the future from them that I'm looking to get. But yeah, great looking figure. And I can tell I'm pretty sure the final product is going to be pretty much identical to the promo photos we're getting here, since my Chun-Li was as well almost literally spot on from every angle to the promo photos. So yeah, she's sculpting looks really good. There's not tons of hair shading, at least not up in the hair area. There is, obviously, when you go further down towards the tail ends, they highlight a bit better. But the outfit looks really good, and I do sort of like this. I like this outfit design a lot as well. Bunny suit. I wish we'd get like Fring would do a quarter scale of her in the exact same suit. Would be great. I think that would sell like hotcakes, to be honest. Yeah, great looking figure. I just want a quarter scale of her really by Fring, if Fring can match this quality, personally. But yeah, great looking figure. Definitely worth getting hold of, I think, if you are massive into Azure Lane. I am, but I'm trying to limit the amount of girls since there's just far too many to collect all of them. Character Vocal Series, Hatsune Miku, Hang Kwon-ji version, 1/7 by Good Smile Company, 28,200 yen, January 2027. A very elegant figure. I don't think I've seen figures with sort of this semi-floating hair that goes over like the back of the base, like this. They're sort of draping over items and things. Yes, that's done before. But when they're just sort of ominously gravity-defying motion, this is great. She looks so ethereal and eccentric. Yeah, great looking figure. Love the instrument. Love the pose. Love the design. This is like a very top end, I'd say, Hatsune Miku figure. She's not, she, just from the pose and the what she conveys across in this figure, she's great, I would say. Um, yeah, one of the better Hatsune Miku figures, definitely, I would say, worth getting a hold of. Then we've got Soft Vinyl Fantastic, The King Spiderhead by Mega House, 14,300 yen, May 2026. So this one, I actually don't know what this series is from. Oh, it's from The Thing. Okay, so we've got this The Thing crabhead thing going on. What's the dimensions of it? It is 12 centimeters in height, and that's it. We don't get anything else. So I thought I'd bring this up since The Thing is one of those iconic horror movies that I think most people have watched, I would say. If you haven't watched it, definitely watch The Thing. Even the recreation's not too bad either. The CGI is a bit like the prequel, The Thing one. Is it the CGI is a bit bad, I would say, but it's fine. I think if you can gloss over the CGI, then it's okay. But yeah, great looking. Looks fine, I think, and I wonder if we'll get more of these movie style ones that from Mega House. I completely forget that Mega House do other IPs as well, not just anime. Then we've got Koi Koi, Sakura Bishoujo Mangekyo. I'm not going to say the rest of that. 1/6 for 11,660 yen. September 2026. So this one's a bit more on the pricier side from Koi Koi. Normally they're sort of 6,000 to 8,000 yen roughly. So this one's got to justify the price. The cape, obviously more plastic. Paint job on the inside of the cape. The reds and the shading are really nicely done. Outfit, obviously she's pretty simple, skimpy outfit. She is. Hair looks really good, and the flow of the hair as well on the back. When we get to a back shot, here we go. Oh, you can remove the cape. Yeah, so she's just got some twin tails. Okay, so the sculpting and paint job of the twin tails looks really good. Is she got multiple face plates? It does look like she has multiple face plates. I saw a smiling face there. Alternative hair part and alternative expression. So yeah, different face plates. So getting these extras is quite nice from Koi Koi. You don't always get those, although I think the Koi Koi figure I've got of Sophia Sharing does have an alternative face plate, so they might just try and automatically include that. A lot of the more budget manufacturers, like Chinese manufacturers, do try and just throw in more extras to kind of, you're getting more for your money compared to your traditional scale figures where it's just a statue basically. And yeah, once you buy it, you're kind of stuck with it. So having the option, some swappable or different options, is generally quite nice to have included. And we've got Tiger Roar Stirs the Wind White Tiger, 1/6 by Bibi Buttons, 17,320 yen, October 2026. The acrylic tiger looks fine, I think, overall. I'm guessing it adds to the figure. She's very cute and pretty sexy, short stack as well. Yeah, she looks fine. Looks pretty good. Potentially worth getting hold of. Not too sure about the manufacturer, being Bibi Buttons. I've never heard of them before, so you might want to just check to see if they've done any other releases. But she looks like a quite good figure overall for 1/6. Then we've got Cocktail Glass Bunny, 1/6 by Hobby Sakura, 28,730 yen. September 2026 coming out. Pretty simple bunny suit design, I'd say. The hair sculpting looks good actually overall, not too bad. But I don't like this sort of cocktail bed rather than doing a base or anything else. They're just sitting in this cocktail glass, so I don't particularly like that. But it's just personally me. I don't really like these style of figures. But she looks good overall. Pretty nice looking figure. 28,000 yen. It's a bit on the pricier side. And there is a slightly more expensive version, which I think comes with like a wall scroll as an extra or something like that. But yeah, 20,000 yen is a bit on the pricier side, I think, considering that cocktail glass is just like an injection molded item, so it's pretty simple for that. So that's probably only £1 to make, like 500 yen probably. So yeah, that's the only sort of thing. It kind of cheapens, I think, the overall figure composition personally. Then we go to Rakun Tsuyuro, Expelled from Paradise, Angelica Balzac, 10th anniversary version on 7th by Good Smile Company. Good Smile Company, sorry. 27,800 yen, March 2027. She's got great cheeks on this figure. And I do like the gear that she's in. Definitely reminds me of so Bunny Suit Planning line again, sort of the sci-fi tactical bikini armor gear. Twin Tails looks really good. Sculpting looks really good. Paint job looks fine. Not a ton of skin shading, I'd say, or overall is pretty flat across the board for the skin tones. But yeah, apart from that, great looking figure. 27,000 yen is a bit on the price side for 1/7, but she does look really good. So potentially worth getting a hold of if you really do like Expelled from Paradise. Then we go to Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Kana, bare leg version, quarter scale, by Freeing. 29,700 yen, June 2026. A bit on the cheaper side, obviously, with it being the bare leg one. But this is one of those sorts of characters I can't get behind personally. So there's a bare leg option if you want it. Sorry, I'm not going into much detail. She's obviously previously released figure before, just the bare leg one. So when it comes to these sorts of bare leg freeing figures, it's not, unless there's anything, unless the character's like really appealing, I don't generally go over them that much. Azure Lane, Fritz, Rumi, Schwarzes, on 7th by Kotobukiya, 36,360 yen, September 2026. So 36,000 yen is very expensive for 1/7, but she comes with a massive bloody couch and a footrest as well, stool. Obviously, she's very well endowed in the chest area. Sculpting looks immaculate on the hair and the shading. The tight leggings are maybe a bit of a wash depending on lighting. At least in the darker lighting, it looks pretty bad. And it kind of looks like there's more definition on her, her leg that's pointing out with no shoe on. For some reason, and it looks like this red cloth is not painted on. It's just an actual red cloth that you have to manually place yourself, which could be introduced paint transfer, and something you would want to wash, quite probably lightly wash beforehand, just to reduce paint transfer to the paint and to the couch of the red ink bleeding out. So that's something you'll wash out for when you get these figures that have actual fabric items as part of the figure. Then we got Bilibili Dogu 2233, and I'm not going to replace the rest of this. 1/7 scale. It looks like the year of the horse. I guess to do with the Chinese New Year. Single shipment by Bilibili, 55,980 yen. November 2026. For the overall concept, with it being year of the horse sort of thing, she does look really good. Well, the actual figure looks really good. The stallion looks really nice. Two sort of horse, I guess horse girls in outfits, pretty nicely painted and sculpted. There's a lot of stuff going on around the base, environmentally as well. So it is very expensive, but it's kind of 3 1/7 because you got the horse and the two girls. You got the obviously very elaborate base. So when it's 55,000 yen split down that way, and the painting is pretty to a high standard, I would say overall. Yeah, it looks really good. It's not like flawless painting, but I don't think you're going to get flawless painting anyways with most figures. And with it being a single shipment, you can't combine it with anything else for the month of November. But yeah, great looking figure, especially if you do want like a themed figure that's to do with the Chinese New Year. It's definitely a bit more of a different figure to be released, I would say, than being from an anime that you like watching. So it's definitely interesting, at least that we're getting this sort of thing from Bilibili. I don't know if they've done this for past Chinese New Year's figures before. I have no idea. I might have to do a bit of research into that. And then we've got Honkai Impact 3rd, Kiana, 1/7 by Good Smile Company, 29,000 yen, April 2027. Very cute figure. I love the reds and blacks and golds. and the whites. I think they've got a good balance between the colours. I don't see one colour overpowering the other, since her silver hair is obviously a good balance, I think, as well, with the warmer tones being in there, the warmer ankle tones. Yeah, she looks really good overall, and I do like the snake, and the base is good. It's not a box standard black base, so yeah, nice figure. I think overall, 29,000 yen, 1/7, single shipment for 1/7, which you don't normally see. So that might be a bit of an off put, especially if you're going to be buying multiple figures in April. It will suck for shipping, unfortunately. But yeah, overall, nice figure, I think, overall. For Hongai Impact. I don't play Hongai Impact, unfortunately. Azure Lane Emden Moon Silver Union version white 1/6 by Anigame, 20,190 yen for January 2027. I love the outfit. I guess I should introduce the other one. It's the black version of her as well. Basically, they're twins in the game, so they're all opposite personalities. So they are always represented together. So, but that you can buy them together as well for just over 40,000 yen. Don't think it comes with a base that joins them. I'll have to check. But yeah, so I'm gonna mention both of them anyways. System error. What are you on about? Go on. Nope, separate bases as well, and we don't see a combined base. But yeah, so you can see them together like that. But yeah, we need to talk about the design differences. So obviously, one's white, one's black. The white one, obviously, version has got different facial expression as well. She's a bit more subdued and a bit more elegant, sexy. And then obviously you've got the black one, same aesthetic with a more smiling, sort of sadistic face, and with obviously leggings going all the way up for the black outfit. So both of them are really good, and I do like them. And because it's something you know about this character, you would want to get both. I kind of wish you had both of them together as well, anyways, on one base. And they charge you like maybe 30,000 yen for them, because they are quite simple figures overall. Like the hair sculpting is obviously pretty good. Is definitely nicer than most figures, and the paint shade work is really nice on them as well. But the outfits are pretty simple, and there's not a ton of work gone into them, into the outfits, I would say. That so they could have done a bit of a cheaper job, maybe made them 16,000 yen, and buy both of them together on a sort of more unique base for 33,000 yen. Would have been a nice touch, but I think their pricing is maybe a bit high and because you would want to get both of them, you're kind of like, oh, I'm kind of forced to buy spend 40,000 yen to get both of them, unfortunately. And then we've got Azure Lane Kuroseige Hugging Pillow version quarter scale by Alpha Max, 38,410 yen, January 2027. Very sexy swimsuit figure. She looks great. Love the hair shading. Obviously, very ample proportions in the cheeks and the melons. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Yeah, she looks nice. Like the facial expression. I don't think she has multiple facial expressions. It's just as the angle changes, you get a bit more of the face, obviously. And then when we get a frontal view, here we go. So yeah, the swimsuit. Obviously, you get a lot of side boob action being shown. So isn't a cast off figure. Whether this is 38,000 yen, it's definitely, I would say, better than a lot of like bog standard bunny suits from Freeing. But a lot of the other Alpha Max Azure Lane quarter scales that I've done have binned, so you could probably hold off and wait till sort of April next year, and then actually get it for a reasonable discount, I would say. So that's just unfortunately the track record of Alpha Max I'm going off of. I would say don't pre-order it, just bookmark it and then check on it. Sort of when you get towards the end of the year, and then see if it's sold out or whatnot. And that's basically all I could recommend if you really like this figure. You could probably nab it for a better price, I would say, just after release. And this is a single shipment, unlike Freeing, which from what I've still can generally attest to, you can combine quite one or two, two or three quarter scales together. Whereas this is a single shipment for some reason. I think it's something Alpha Max have generally done with their quarter scales. They've always done single shipment. I don't know the size of the boxes, unfortunately, because I haven't bought any Alpha Max quarter scales before. Then we've got Darling in the Franxx 0216 by Hanabi, 18,810 yen, October 2026. In her school uniform outfit. Yep, very nice looking figure. and I think 18,000 yen's fine actually for 1/6. So yeah, she's really good, very classical. Not tons of hair shading. Is a very vibrant bright pink. But yeah, the rest of the figure sculpting is good. I would say overall the school backpackers or the shoulder sling bag is pretty nicely sculpted and painted as well. So yeah, very nice looking figure I think overall, especially if you are a 02 fan. Then we got Azure Lane St. Louis bunny version by Freeing, 38,500 yen, August 2026. I do like this bunny suit design with the fact it's a two-tone color, not just one solid color, and it does give off that sort of sailor, vibes, or at least I guess British Royal Navy vibes, where it's blues and whites for their attire. So yeah, the hair shading looks really good, which, as I've mentioned before, Freeing seems like they've actually stepped up their game, at least for hair shading. And I do like the outfit, the proportions as well. The sort of neck cape that she's got going on is definitely reminiscent of Royal Navy sailor uniform as well. Yeah, I do like the pose. She looks fine overall. Again, though, it's whether we're getting too many quarter scales and like they're potentially being a bit too bland. This looks fine overall though. Great. I think she looks fine. And definitely a step up from just at least your bog standard quarter scale Freeing figures and bunny suits. It's just the blue and white outfit design is definitely a step up over one standard colorway. Whether she's worth 38,000 yen, no, don't know. Personally, I can't say. She does look good. I think definitely potentially warranting a pre-order. But a lot of the Azure Lane Freeing ones have kind of gone down in price after release anyways. So you could probably hold off and get her for a better price. Then we've got Pop-Up Parade Hatsune Miku Cinnamon Roll version by L size for 8,800 yen. June 2026. So yeah, very cute figure of Hatsune Miku, Pop-Up Parade. Not going to be exceptional painting, but she's cute. She looks fine, and for a good price. She stands at 23 centimeters in height, so about 1/7 ish, 1/7, 1/6 ish scale roughly, but for obviously a much cheaper price, but not the best paint job. Then we've got Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0. Rei Ayanami 1/7 by Clanau for 18,810 yen, December 2026. The hair sculpting looks amazing. The fact that they've gone for the long-haired version of Rei as well, I think definitely can show off their sculpt work and painting, and does elevate the figure because it does. They put more effort in, at least to make, as long as the final product is this good from these promo photos. That's the only thing I can say. The hair sculpting looks really good, and there is adequate shading covering all the individual strands that makes the overall hair impression good, I would say, to me. So yeah, she looks really good in her plug suit. So yeah, she looks fine. Yeah, great looking figure, I think, for a good price. Then we got to the Idol Masters Shiny Colors, Kogane Tsukiyoko. Union Creative, 28,800 yen, 1/6 scale, October 2026. Cute outfit. I do like the bunny rabbit as well in the similar outfit with the flags. So she's obviously some sort of flag bearer signaler. Hair shading looks really good as well. I really do like the way they've done the highlights for the brunette. Hair shading as well for the individual strands. They've done a much more unique way of doing, I would say, weathering and of doing highlights and shading on this. Yeah, definitely it seems more like it's done by an airbrush, personally, than by a brush. But yeah, she looks really good. Great looking figure. 28,000 yen, bit on the pricey side for what the figure kind of is on a. It's going to be on a box standard black base really. So that's the only thing I can think of is the base is going to be nothing exceptional. It's just if you really like Idol Masters, she is a cute looking figure. Then we've got Frieren Beyond Journey's End Aura, the Guillotine 1/7 by Q's Cube, 21,310 yen, December 2026. Okay, outfit, flat, hair, pretty flat and not tons shaded. Scales look fine. The flame weights. Um, a bit lacking, I'd say, really, in the paint department for 22,000 yen. There's 1/7 with better paint job that are, 16,000 yen to 18,000 yen. So this is a bit of a letdown, I think, from QZU, but it does seem like they've kind of lifted it straight out from the anime. So they've probably just trying to recreate the actual color aesthetic directly from the source material. If they're doing that, then fair enough. But I think when you go to 3D form, 2D to 3D, you kind of have to elevate the painting and the shading and stuff like that a bit more. Which, yes, it might mean a bit more of a price, but if the shading and there's more effort into the actual reproduction of the 3D form, I would say it generally warrants that kind of effort, personally, especially when you're trying to do that translation between 2D and 3D. Umamusume Pretty Derby Dantsu Flame on 7th by Fat Company, 25,720 yen, January 2027. Just like with all the other Umamusume figures, hair is really good. This outfit is a bit more plain compared to the other Umamusume figures when they're in their running outfits, or with all their skirt, the frilliness, and their overall designs. This is like her training gear, it looks like she's doing. So it's definitely a bit more unique, I would say, than the traditional Umamusume ones, or a bit more reduced, I guess, in effort, I would think. But I'm guessing she looks fine overall. But for 25,000 yen, you kind of want more, considering they have very bright and vibrant outfits for the other Umamusume girls. So it's kind of a bit of a letdown, personally, at least from the other figures from the same IP that we've seen in the past. Umamusume Pretty Derby Manhattan Cafe, Willow Green Evening on 7th. See, this one's, so that's both 1/7. Outfit is much more better sculpted, painted in this one. There's a lot more attention to detail. She's obviously still cute as well, just very adorable. And the teapot, and it's cheaper. So as you can see, just directly in this comparison, March 2027 release. Yeah, and the base looks better. At least this is just a print on a black base, whereas this you got a wood paneling, which means she's obviously delivering tea or something in a room. So it fits, the base at least fits what the figure is doing or portraying. So yeah, it kind of makes sense that this one I prefer more than the other one. Then we got Wuthering Waves Phoebe, 1/7 by Fuyu, 23,650 yen, December 2026. So this one's similarly priced to the Umamusume one, but this one is, the blues are really nicely done. The gold inlay is really nice done, the scarf and the cape, and the hair sculpting and painting is extravagantly nicely done as well. Yeah, this one's just a great looking figure with at least a not bog standard base for 23,000 yen. 1/7 scale, she looks great. This is what I'd expect for 1/7 scale if you've put the effort into painting to charge 24,000 yen for a 1/7 scale. Whereas obviously when you go back 5 years, 1/7 scales were 19,000 yen for kind of the similar execution. Whether the execution is as good as this, we don't know, but for a similar kind of effort, I would say. So yes, the prices have gone up. Obviously, all prices have gone up, unfortunately, with anime figure collecting. But this is, I would say, much more in line with the price matches my expectation. So yeah, and hopefully the execution of this is actually going to be what people get in their hands. But a great looking figure of a Wuthering Waves. And I don't play the game, but I've heard really good things about the game. Nikkei Marianne, 1/7 by Fuyu, 26,400 yen, November 2026. This one I think suffers very similarly to the Furu figure, to the Umamusume one, sorry, where the outfit is like clean, paint job looks fine, and that lot. No, I guess she looks actually okay. There's a lot of attention to detail, the belt, the pocket sort of sachets, the jacket she's got going on, hair sculpting, painting. Yeah, no, everything looks good, I think, overall. Maybe for 26,000 yen, you would want more to the base, I guess, for this kind of price. I don't know whether it's the Goddess of Victory and Nikkei, IP kind of, whether that's doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, because she is pretty sexy, but it's not the most outlandishly sexy figure, overly sexualized one. It definitely looks more like a standard military, sexy military gear get up that we've quite traditionally seen from Azure Lane and other gacha games anyways. So yeah, she looks fine, just I think the price might be a bit higher than what you would kind of expect, especially from the Wuthering Waves one, which looked really fantastical for 3,000 yen less, and the base looks good. It's not just a disc with a decal on. So yeah, kind of the same sort of thing. As you're like, oh, for that kind of money, I'd expect a bit more. Then we've got Prism Wing, Date Alive Kurumi, Succubus 1/7 by Prime One Studio, 29,600 yen. Great looking figure. She does look a bit on the more slender side, but could be to the pose that she's got going on. So 1/7 for this. Wings look really good. You can get her with Toka. We'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, it looks like half a heart, or a heart, teardropped heart base. 25 centimeters in height with the wings. Hair sculpting and that lot looks fine. Black and red, it's kind of hard to do the shading. And it does look like there is some pulling actually, or speckling on the hair fringe there, unfortunately, and this is their promo photos. This would, like, they would put the most effort in, they should have. Unless they literally took, this is what the quality of it's going to be like. So yeah, there's a bit of paint speckling in the hair, at least on the fringe here, which you can tell. I don't know if I can zoom in. Here we go. So yeah, you can see there's some like pigment, either there's like flaking in the hair on the fringe, which is a bit worrying, where it's a bit more subdued in their twin tails. It looks like, if we got it more of a twin tail shot. So at least from this distance and this lighting, it looks a bit more even. There's not that speckling, but you can still see the speckling here in the fringe area. So I'm a bit worried about final paint execution. Maybe those flakes are for reflectiveness, like more of a metallic paint. I don't know. I think overall a bit on the worrying side for me. Let's have a look at Toka. So we got Toka, same price again. I do like the colours definitely. The more vibrant purple compared to the blacks and reds with Kurumi. There we go. So let's have a look at her shading. So I like the colorway, I like the sculpting. It looks like there is some. Is there any? Have I got any more head close-ups? Yeah, again, I think it might be pixelization actually to the photo that they're using. This one's a bit better, I would say. There's not so much of the flakes of that you can see that they've painted in, and obviously because they're using a purple, it seems like they're using either a metallic purple, or it's to do with the airbrush they've used for coloring her hair. That might be what's causing that issue. I don't know particularly how they're obviously painting these. If they used a brush, I think it would have been a lot better. They probably can smooth that over a lot more easily. If they're airbrushing, they've probably got the pressure wrong or something. So a bit worrying, at least on that hair painting. The rest of the outfit looks fine. A bit on the pricier side for, nearly 30,000 yen for 1/7. But it is Date Alive, is a very popular series. They're very good, nice girls, and Toka and Kurumi are the two popular girls from the anime. So it kind of makes sense that they're gonna do these as a pair that you can put together. And then yeah, that's it. And then we go to the adult section. One figure, Chloe illustrated by Fujiyama, 1/6 by Omaha for the manufacturer, 26,120 yen, February 2027. Another one of those sort of picture frame figures. Maid outfit, tied up in ribbons, very sexy looking silver haired maid. I do like the legs, the sculpting with the muscles as well, in the groin area. So they've done quite good detailing there, and some translucent in the socks. They're very stretched socks. Yep, fully cast off obviously, top and bottom. So yeah, quite nice looking figure. Obviously in an exposing position. Yeah, great looking figure I think. I don't own any Omaha figures, and I don't think they've done tons of figures in the past, so you might want to just check their track record to see how good their past figures have been. But yeah, pretty nice looking figure, I think, overall. Display, I don't know how well she'll stay attached to the back of it, whether there's like posts or something that, you know, the body pushes onto, since this is alternative faceplate, main figure, and sweat sticker. So I'm guessing the actual cloth gets removed, the clothing gets removed, so there's not, at least not body swaps, option like a torso swap. So yeah, removable chest and underwear, clothing. So yeah, she looks good overall. And that does it with this week of Family Anime Figure pre-orders. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.